What's up, everyone? This is Aaron, and this is my first ever orienteering race. All right, so my start is here, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Thank you so much. This is the orange course, which is kind of medium difficulty. And I'm excited to get out there. Pretty much you're given a map and a compass, and you have to go to these different points in order. And maybe some of you know I'm not the greatest at reading a map, so it was an adventure for sure. Now, normally in a race, you were given the map and told to start right away. But because it was my first one, I did a little bit of an orientation and had the map early and kind of could tell where I was to start at. But here on your screen now is a picture of what the map looks like. You can see the triangle is the starting point. The purple line is the straight to the next control is what they call them. And in each control, there is what's called an E-punch, where I have a little thing on my finger, and I touch it to the E-punch, and that will then register that I was at the right spot and at what time. So you can see that I can run in any direction I want, and any path really. There's only some like out of bounds areas. You can see if the dark green, that's like a puke color, that's a out of bounds area, but I can run in whatever way I want. So I could have ran straight through the grass there or run along this road. So I ran along the road because I was like, I don't need to run through that. It's just close enough. But then here you can see, I know I'm headed out towards those 3 trees. You can see on the map, there's kind of 3 trees, 3 green circles. And then I am headed out to go check into my first control. I think one thing I'll learn from this at this moment here, this grass has tons of little like seeds, and they're ripping off into my socks and into my shoes. I'm wearing pants and long socks right here. I might next time wear gaiters, which kind of block your ankle and your shoes so that the seeds don't get in there. But about from right here, I'm making sure none of those trees had the control on it, but I can see right about here that there is a flag, an orange and white flag. That's the control. And on top you can see there's a E-punch that I just put there. It has a number on there so that I know I'm at the right spot, because actually there's 5 courses out here. And so there's these controls all over the place, and you got to make sure you're at the right control. And so on my map, it shows me, hey, you're supposed to be at number 32. I look at the control, it says number 32, so I punch it and I'm at the right spot. So now here I'm running on to number 2, and you can see, or I can see, I'm going to follow this trail up to the road, and I could either take the trail or the road to the right. And find the next control. At this point, I'm not using the compass as much because I know I'm just following kind of markers on the ground, or markers on the map, like the roads and the trails and stuff. Some of the harder races, you'll have to use your map and compass even more than this. But again, this is just like a medium level. So with a medium level, some of the controls will be off into the forest, and other controls will be near trails, so you don't have to go far off of the trail. As you can see right here is a control, but it's not the one I'm looking for because it has a different number on it. And so I know that I need to keep going up here and go around the corner and get this second control. I see it there, wave to those guys, and double check to make sure it's the right number and mark it off. Now, this is the part where I turn around and I know, okay, I need to go on this trail that's headed back down. So I see some cut through right there in the grass, but I decide to go back to the trail to make sure I'm going on the right way. And here I'm double checking to make sure I'm going what I think is the right way and on the right trail. And right here is where I mess up. I look and I see that trail going there, kind of behind me, but I'm just kind of confident that this is the way to go. And so I start running, thinking that I'm heading kind of south again. I'm not looking at my compass because I'm just looking at this and thinking, oh, okay, this is the way I'm going. I see this guy, and so I'm thinking, oh, maybe I am on the right path because this guy's going the same way, or he came back from that way. So maybe this is the right path, that there's one down here. But actually I'm running 100% the wrong way. And I was told multiple times by people, if you're trying to really run and race, make sure you know which way you're going so that you don't run far off in the wrong direction. And yet that's exactly what I'm doing here. And here's me fast forwarding this because it was quite a while that I ran down this way. I kept trying to justify where I was on the map to where I saw. And because it was my first race ever, I didn't really realize that the marker's so close. There I am, that's how far away I am, and how I realized, okay, I definitely am on the wrong spot. But I didn't realize that the markers are so close, and it should take minutes, if that, to get from one marker to another when they're that close. And I'd ran for a while. So I realize it, and I start running back to go right where I was before. And this time, I get back on track. And if you saw at marker number 2, there was a woman and her daughter, and she was getting stuff out of her shoes. And here they are again. So they found the right trail, and I finally caught up with them again. Now I'm confident because I see other people, and I know
a bend in the trail.
The other way I went was completely wrong. Here's another group looking for it. And I'm double checking to make sure I'm in the right spot. There's the guy in the little cart driving his way, and so now I'm back on the right path. So after this moment, I really was making sure that I wasn't going to do that again. And so I was double checking where I was at and what path I was supposed to be on, which I should have done from the beginning because literally it's my first time ever doing this. But, you know, Swank Nation got a little cocky, wanted to run fast. But now I know, okay, I'm sweeping up around to the right, and I should be on the right path. Should go around a little corner.
Okay, we're back.
And you can see on the map there's a little second trail, and so I know I'm looking for that little second trail as a little loop. And if you look at the map, there's different colors on the map. As you can see, now that I'm in this green area, you can see how thick it is. So that's pretty thick brushed if you had to go through there. Whereas the yellow is more like open area with tall grass. White is like really open. And now I finally found this and was kind of relieved and back on pace and where I should be. Again, I could try to run straight through the forest there to the left to the other trail and get on that one, but it's so thick, I just decided that it's probably faster to go stay on this trail and go around. Go around the bushes and trees and stuff and continue forward.
Howdy. Hi. Is this okay here?
Yeah. Thank you.
No problem.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Here I see some horses, and they told us that If you see a horse,
Oh, sorry.
you have to give the right of way to them, because I don't want to get kicked by one or bit by one. That would be the worst. I just step off, let them go, get running again. I'm just staying on this trail. It kind of goes off the map there, or off the screen, but there's no turns or anything like that. So I'm just staying on this trail until I get up to the next kind of T in the trail, and then I'll know I'm at the next control.
Hoo-wee.
So I get to this T, and on the map it has a description a little bit about where the control is. It just shows
Around
symbols.
here.
So it shows a little dot, which means a knoll. So it's somewhere over here. It's not on the trail, but it's somewhere on a knoll. And I know it's to my right somewhere. That's my trail going off to the left. So I know it's to the right somewhere. And you can kind of see there's steps in the grass. So I kind of go this way. See these people, so it kind of gives me confidence that it's probably back in this area somewhere. So you start looking through, and that's definitely some poison oak around here. So that was not cool. Find it, double check that it's the right number and where I'm at, and check it off. Next, I'm looking to see where I'm going, and I decide to go back towards this path just because I didn't know. I'd rather make sure I know where I'm
That's
at for
poison
sure.
oak.
So I know where I'm at this path. I could go, no, I know exactly where I am.
I'm just as lost as you guys are.
I doubt that.
There we go. I get onto this trail, and I know I'm running up this trail, and it's the next control is up along the riverbank, and I'm looking now for a trail off to my left-hand side to get down to the river. This path is pretty small, but because there's the orange cone or orange flag, they said, hey, that might help you, so make sure you keep an eye on them. I don't know if I would have missed it or not, but I probably would have taken this because it looked pretty beat in. But I take this down to the river, and all I know for the next marker is that it's at like a tree stump or a tree bulb. So now I'm trying to find out, okay, where's that at? It's somewhere down the river a little bit, but I'm not sure like how close it is to the river or how high up. So you see me kind of searching because I'm looking for like a tree root. I'm not exactly sure how close, so I decided to go down closer to the river because that's kind of what it looks like on the map, that tree root with an X.
Hi.
Once I turn around this corner, I can see it, and there's a person out there, but I can see the marker, the flag, and I'm pretty sure that's where I'm going now.
Howdy. Oh, nice save, nice save.
I was a little nervous, thinking that the trail going up was going to be just as hard as that little one. So I was really making sure I didn't miss it and kind of taking my time, because you could just keep running if you miss the trail up the river and have no real clue. Luckily, this trail was a bit bigger, so I could see it pretty clear.
Howdy. Great day, huh?
Now that I kind of know I'm on this trail and where I'm going, I kind of decided that I would
Howdy.
take this up to the corner and then run through, because there isn't really a trail where the next marker is. So I know I'm going to have to kind of run through this field a bit somewhere. So I kind of double check here, use my map and my compass to see where I'm at. I put my compass on this corner, make sure I know where north is, line it all up, and then go, okay, that's the direction I need to go. I saw a marker right here, so I went and checked it just to see what it said. I knew it wasn't going to be my right one, but I just wanted to make sure. So I knew I had a little path that I was going to run over and then need to go through the trees.
Ooh, that's pretty thick.
Yeah, so I just decided that's a little bit too much. I'll go around it, that's okay.
Oh, man.
I know that there's a bunch of trees out there. You can see the green little circles on the map. Maybe you can't. A bunch of green circles, and I know that's a tree, like a group of trees.
Oh, thanks, bud.
Oh, that's where I start to head towards. And from this angle, I can see my control flag marker out there. So I'm pretty sure that's where I'm going.
Howdy.
Now, this is the longest part where there isn't really any trails. I could run off to the right and go way around on the trails, which I'm not sure if would have been faster or not, but I kind of decided that I wanted to try going off trail. So here I'm really lining up my compass and my map to make sure where I'm going and the right angle. I can see what direction I'm supposed to go. And then also on the map, you can see like this big black square dot that's just above me. I also know that that is this awning thing out there, and so I need to be to the left of it. So I start running towards it. Once I get here, again, I make sure that, pretty sure I know where I'm at, because I stayed on my line while I was running and pointed towards it. And I was thinking about going around, but I said, nah, you know what, let's go for it. Let's try to push through this, see what it looks like, see if I can keep my, my bearing and orienteer, you know, because that's what I'm here for. So I'm really making sure my map is pointed the correct way and I know which angle I'm going. So I decide to push through.
Oh, this might be dumb. Oh, this might be dumb. Oh, this might be dumb. This might have been a bad choice. Okay. Okay. There we go. Lost my map. Now I gotta figure out where we are. This was dumb. Okay, let's make sure I'm going the right way. I think I'm right through that. Oh.
I knew I wanted to head to the right of this because there's a trail. And if I would have aimed to the left, I could have just gone forever that way and there's no trail. So I'm aiming to the right, maybe too much here, but that way I know I could hit this trail. I think right about here is when I see this person, so I'm like, oh, okay. I definitely made the trip.
Howdy, guys.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good.
I can't believe I found this.
Make sure it's right.
Yeah, I know. Now I'm worried. Oh, no, that's 71. I need 71.
It's up here. Oh. I'm not going to tell you anything, though.
Okay. Gotta get around the corner.
Here I'm a little confused at where I'm at
Got it.
on the trail. This guy kind of helps me out, which is super helpful. And so here I know I'm probably in this straight section and I need to get around a corner. So now I'm just running up and making sure I get around this corner. Then I know I'll be in the right spot near the control. Now the marker showing me where this control is said like a tree. It's on like the edge of a tree. And so I was more thinking it would be like a single tree, like out in the open, kind of how the other ones were.
Single tree.
So I was a bit confused on where exactly to go. And you can see me looking kind of all around. And then I decided to look around. I couldn't see any trees, like individual trees, so I decided to go back this way because there's a big tree off and I knew it was on the inside of the corner. So I go this way, and luckily I can see the marker and find it. And that other group that I was just with, they came in from the other side. So double checking I'm at the right one, mark it, head back out, head out on this trail. Here I see this one. This one is not my number that I'm looking for.
That shouldn't be it.
And there could be a lot of controls really close to each other, but you got to make sure you're at the right one. So I know I'm somewhere close to it because I'm right at this edge. But I know I don't need to go way around the control or way around the trail to get to the control. So make sure I know where I'm at and kind of head. I'm looking at the other trail that's right in front of me now. Start headed that way. And then when I looked up this way, I could see it from pretty far away. So that was kind of lucky to be able to see this other control down this ditch area. Make sure I'm at the right one. Now I have kind of two different ways. I could go right on that kind of squiggly line, or go over to the river and run along that path. So that's the one I decided to go on.
Howdy.
I don't know if there'd be a difference on distance really, but headed out to my final control. Getting pretty tired at this point. I was wearing pants and long socks and definitely sweating pretty good at this moment.
Looking for water.
Make sure that I'm heading the right way, that I know where I'm going and what I'm looking for.
Howdy.
Stop here just for a second to make sure I know that I'm in the right direction. I was pretty confident I knew where the last one was, but I felt like taking a few seconds there was better than not going the right way. I'm just kind of looking for a break in the trees on my left-hand side because I know there's like a little break down to the water and it's near the water. And I was thinking maybe it could have been smaller, but once I got to this corner here, I was pretty sure. Once I knew it wasn't that control, it's just, I was like, it's got to be down this way. And there it is, my final control. After that one, I'm headed to the start-finish line that's indicated there by the double circles on the map. And you can see where that is because I was there earlier and there's flags and signs and this big pavilion thing. I had a really good time. It was super fun. Definitely going to sign up for another one. I only have one a month-ish. And I'm going to miss a couple. I'll probably try a harder course next time, see how that goes. It'll probably be, a little more challenging, which will be exciting. I felt like this one went pretty smoothly other than my one big mistake. And so I was pretty happy about that. I have another course as well, a yellow one, which is a little easier. I did this one in 38 minutes, 52 seconds. Thanks for joining.